Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. Well, at least night, of course, man. I hope y'all had a great day overall, man. Many blessings to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to the nation in the mob, man. We on the road to 3K. We well into the 2K mark, man. We just passed up that 2,200 mark. On our way to 2,300. Shout out to the nation in the mob for making this possible, man. You feel what I mean? I hope everybody is doing well. We got some things that we currently need to discuss going on in the boxing world. We're going to speak about Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina being agreed to and seeming to be Shakur Stevenson's next fight on a Dimitri Bivol versus Arthur Beterbiev undercard. Floyd Scofield Sr. absolutely embarrassing himself and his son in all honesty. And we're going to open up the platform for the people to come through and speak their minds, man. What's on your mind? What's currently going on in the boxing world? You feel what I mean? And we're going to speak about shit as objectively and as, unbiased as possible. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. The boy Milan said, crazy work. Shakur is done. A lot of people are not happy with Shakur Stevenson's next opponent. We really going to speak about this. And is this a good move for Shakur Stevenson? Is it not? You know what I mean? I understand why a lot of boxing fans are unsatisfied with this opponent, but did he have any other choice? We going to speak about this. You feel what I mean? Shout out to the boy Sammy Gant. I'm familiar with the man. Shout out to him. He says, I'm here. Cordina is actually undefeated because he car cuss was on roids. Still, it's a trash fight for Core. Fight Andy Cruz, Tank Mordetaya, or Abdullah. The people are speaking. Chris Kabbalah says, you late. I don't know if I'm necessarily late, my brother. I put 10:15. I believe I came on, I came 5 minutes late. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Not everything going to be perfect. You feel what I mean? I'm on here. That's what count. You know what I mean? He said, no, I'm playing. Shout out to the boy, Chris Kabbalah. Oscar De La Paz, he said, yo, what's going on, fam? What's the word, nation, man? We chilling, maintaining. You feel what I'm saying? Hit the like button. My boy CJ Get Money is right on the money with that motherfucking comment right there, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building so far, man. I'm highly appreciative for everybody that's coming through and showing love. Glizzy, Coffee Pot, Slit Silks, Bando, USA #1. What's going on, my brother? Yo, I hope everybody is doing well, man. I'm happy to see you guys, man. I took the weekend off. You know what I mean? I was just chilling. You know what I mean? A lot of people was asking me. I had a funny comment like, yo, I want to know what you do on your weekends and shit like that. Man, I'm a regular person, man. I chill with the family. You know what I mean? I ain't had my son this weekend, so I wasn't chilling with him. But, I was chilling with my family. I went out, you feel what I mean? Went to a good restaurant, got some good food, chilling with, my love and shit like that, man. Just having a great time. You know what I'm saying? I just needed some time to decompress. When you have long work weeks, man, and there's nonstop work from Sunday to Sunday, you just want to chill. You feel me? So it was a good time, man. Shout out to the boy Stop Motion MMA, man. Stop Motion MMA. What up? We gonna talk about it, man. Let's get the like button up there, man. Let me see. Can we get at least 10 likes? Let me check the likes right now. We got 13 people in the building, man. We need 10 likes before we can get into this real talk. You feel what I'm saying? Where we at? We got 10 likes. All right, man. Let's get them up to 15 now. We got 16 people in the building. Let's get them up so we can have these conversations, man. Let's get the algorithm on the up and let the people know that Mazuma TV is live. You feel what I mean? Not everybody gets their notifications, unfortunately. So we got to let the people know through the algorithm that your boy is live. Talib Cunningham says, first time here. What's good? Yo, I appreciate you coming through. First time, his first live, man. Yeah, we chilling. We maintaining, my brother. You know what I'm saying? We chilling, bro. You feel what I mean? We about to get into this boxing talk, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We got 15 likes. So let's get into this conversation. My apologies in advance if I don't address the comments right away, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I be losing my train of thought, but I be trying to keep up with everybody and shit like that. You know what I mean? So let me get my thoughts off. You know what I mean? I'm gonna actually put the link in the chat as well if y'all want to come through and speak with your boy. You know what I mean? I'm being open to the public. You know what I mean? Y'all don't get too used to this now, because I ain't gonna be doing this on a regular, but we definitely gonna open up the platform today and talk to the people and get some good conversations going. You know what I mean? But only if you're gonna contribute to the conversation in a positive way. If you disrespectful, you will be banned. You will be kicked out. But I don't want to do that because I'm a nice guy. You feel what I'm saying? So let's keep this shit on the positive. You know what I'm saying? He said Carolina in this bitch. Shout out to the Carolinas, man. Shout out to the Carolinas. You feel me? All the way from Philadelphia. Much love to the Carolinas. You know what I mean? We had a good fighter working with us at one point. Well, we had two from the Carolinas. We had Joseph Jackson. I think he's still doing all right in boxing. Then we had another guy by the name of Maynard Allison. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Carolinas, man. We got love for the Carolinas. We even fought over there a few times. You feel me? So let's get into this conversation, man. So according to multiple reports, and I'm sure Gervonta Davis, you feel what I'm saying, is not Gervonta Davis. I'm sure Shakur Stevenson wouldn't deny these rumors. And according to this report, this report right here, he said there is an agreement for Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina on October 12th at the Better Beef and Bivol undercard in Saudi Arabia. Shakur has signed only this fight with Matchroom because he wants to be free in 2025 and negotiate with Gervonta Davis. Y'all see what's going on here? That is just a source. You know what I mean? It could be accurate. It could not be. It can possibly not be accurate. But I think everything is leading according to this news. Shakur Stevenson facing Joe Cordina next. Now, there's some people, you know what I mean, and there's nothing wrong with being a casual boxing fan. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people use that as an insult, but not everybody is going to be a hardcore boxing fan. Not everybody is going to be, as in tune with the boxing world like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting everybody to move like me, but Joe Cordina is a former IBF super featherweight champion. You know what I'm saying? And, I think what makes this look bad in all honesty was he was stopped in his last bout. You know what I'm saying? And, pretty much lost his title in his last fight and shit like that. But what started to make me feel like Shakur Stevenson was really encouraging this fight, or at least optimistic about this fight, was when he was bigging Joe Cordina up, which is something you don't really see Shakur Stevenson do unless he's fighting that guy. Because I guarantee you, if Shakur Stevenson wasn't fighting Joe Cordina, let's say Joe Cordina talking shit about Shakur on social media, I'm sure Shakur would have used him getting knocked out in his last fight as a weapon against him to talk shit to him. But considering the fact that this is a possible opponent, he wants everybody on his resume to look presentable so nobody criticizes his opponent's selection. So, of course, he's going to big up Joe Cordina prior to fighting him so that when he beats him, it'll make himself look good or make himself feel good. You feel what I'm saying? So as soon as I seen that, Shakur Stevenson was giving excuses to Joe Cordina, saying that he was struggling to make the weight, he was weak when he fought him, blah, 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 I already got the thought in my head, like, Shakur really considering fighting this dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I guess Shakur Stevenson got an opponent for his next fight. And, best believe there's a lot of rumors saying that these guys have agreed to a fight. So, Joe Cordina's first bout in the lightweight division, he's going to be taking on the WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson. Now, a lot of people are upset at this because they honestly feel like, for one, Joe Cordina's not deserving of an opportunity. Two, they feel like there's people that are more deserving of an opportunity against Shakur Stevenson that are currently in the lightweight division, not the super featherweight division, or at least coming up from the super featherweight division. You feel what I'm saying? Look, people pissed off in the comments. Glizzy said this news made me mad, bro. Okay, I'm completely understanding of this situation. You feel what I mean? And obviously, we want to see the big fights like Gervonta Davis, but let's just get into this subject, man, because I've seen a lot of shit online. And I want to just address this real quick, man. This is not a bashing of Gervonta Davis, so please don't get in your feelings. But these are all facts, man. Just try to listen objectively so we can get past this conversation without any type of animosity. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You feel what I mean? A lot of people are upset because Shakur Stevenson is not fighting Gervonta Davis next. And a lot of people are pointing at Shakur Stevenson for the reason why Gervonta and him is not happening next. Now, this is something that I obviously have a problem with because, first of all, who's the A side between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis? Without a question, that's Gervonta Davis, right? He's the A side. He's one of the biggest stars in the sport of boxing. A lot of people make a case that he is the biggest name in the sport of boxing. Canelo would disagree with that, but regardless, I think Gervonta is a superstar in himself. You feel what I'm saying? He's the A side, right? So typically in the sport of boxing and just about anywhere else that's involved with sports, when you're the A side, you're the one that's supposed to be giving out the offers. You're the one who's supposed to be, you're the one who has complete freedom on who you decide to fight next, because at that point, when you're the A side and you're the superstar, anybody will fight you. So you could just pick. You have options. Who will turn down a fight with Gervonta Davis? Nobody. because they understand, besides Lomachenko, a lot of people are not going to want to miss out on that payday. They're not going to want to miss out on possibly beating one of the biggest stars in boxing, because that could cause them to be the next star if they were to beat a superstar. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know Pagai, Loma, you feel what I mean? I guess he not really tripping for money right now. He got hotels and shit in Ukraine. I guess he not really he's not really all about the money, because he's already a made nigga. But there's a lot of people, in all honesty, that don't have the same type of situation that Lomachenko has. They hungry, they starving, they looking for an opportunity. Their check's not really looking all that good. So Gervonta Davis will put them in the right direction to financial freedom. So who would turn down a fight with Gervonta Davis besides Loma? I don't think anybody would. You feel what I'm saying? But regardless, Gervonta Davis is the A side. He's the one that's going to be making the offers. So with that being known and that being, agreed generally in this chat right now, how can they blame Shakur Stevenson? How can they blame him when he's ultimately the B side going up against Gervonta Davis? How can they blame him for not making the fight happen with Gervonta Davis? It literally all falls in Gervonta Davis's hands. So if this fight is not being made and you're upset, you're mad at the wrong person, bro. Right or wrong. You're mad at the wrong person. Gervonta Davis is the one that should have been making these offers to Shakur Stevenson, because we could have got a fight made just based off of that. You feel what I mean? But guess what? Gervonta's not sending out any offers, so the fight's not going to happen right now. You feel what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I hate the fact that, it's come down to this situation. But Shakur Stevenson not receiving any offers. He not about to just sit on his ass and just wait for an opportunity to come to him and sit on the shelf like Triple G did, waiting for a Canelo opportunity. He got to get his career. You know what I mean? He trying to get to this money. He trying to stay active. You know what I mean? He trying to keep his name relevant and stuff like that. He's not gonna sit here and wait for an opportunity if it's not guaranteed to come. You feel what I mean? Gervonta move however he wants to move. He make moves when he fights motherfuckers whenever he feel like fighting them. And that's even if he chooses to fight them. There's been a lot of opportunities for Gervonta to pursue that he hasn't, from 130 to 135. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't understand why Shakur Stevenson is getting all of this criticism when it's not really making sense, my brother. It is really not. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't be mad at Shakur for not doing something that's completely out of his hands. This is another thing I wanted to touch on. It's slipping my mind right now, but I just had it. What I was saying was, Shakur needs to call out Gervonta Davis. I'm seeing that a lot. Why isn't Shakur calling out Gervonta Davis? Bro, I don't know if y'all niggas want Shakur to be on some Shannon Briggs shit where he just following the Klitschko's all around the world and calling them out to fight, but that's not really being logical, man. I found plenty of videos. I found plenty of tweets. I've heard plenty of interviews, post-fight interviews, where Shakur has called out for a fight with Gervonta Davis. He told you guys multiple times that that's the fight that he wants. He told you multiple times that's the biggest fight to be made in boxing. What more does he have to do? And this is another thing. What you mean, yeah, he do? What you talking about? What is he talking about? Yeah, he do, nigga, what? What is you talking about? Look, Shakur duck Gervonta. How did he do that? Pagai Petit says Shakur need a good performance right now before Tank. Why? Listen, man, and this was not really making sense right now. Did y'all require Hector Luis Garcia to have a great performance before fighting Gervonta Davis? Did y'all require Rolly Romero to have I don't understand why Shakur Stevenson needs all these requirements to fight Gervonta Davis. Meanwhile, Frank Martin had a shitty performance against Haratunyan, and he got the fucking fight with Gervonta Davis. So why the fuck Shakur Stevenson got to jump over all these hurdles and go through all these obstacles to get a Gervonta Davis fight? Y'all literally saying that is putting obstacles in front of one of the biggest fights to be made in boxing right now. Y'all are doing a disservice to the boxing world, and y'all doing a disservice to, to the biggest fight happening in the sport. Y'all doing a disservice to yourself by putting roadblocks in front of this shit happening. Shakur needs a brilliant performance before he fights Gervonta. Why? Did Frank Martin have one? No. This nigga went life and death with Artem Haratunyan. And automatically, got a fight with Gervonta Davis. Why wasn't this standard? Why wasn't this standard set for Frank Martin? Tyree English says Shakur outpriced himself. He fights on free TV and wants more than $20 million. Show me where Shakur Stevenson said that he wants $20 million. I've never seen that. I seen a joint where he said that he would accept $6 million to fight Gervonta Davis. Where the fuck did $20 million come from? What you mean? Like he said, life and death. Was Artem Harutyunyan and Frank Martin a close fight? Yes or no? Yes or no? Let me know. Where did he say that he needed $20 million to fight Gervonta Davis? I've never seen that. I could be wrong. Maybe I didn't see it. But can y'all show me where he wanted $20 million? Look, see, he said, nigga, why you hating on Tank? You see, that's why you can't even talk about Tank, because we got soft-ass niggas in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Little niggas acting like fucking emotional baby moms whenever you speak about Gervonta Davis. You feel what I mean? And I even put out the disclosure that this is not hate against Gervonta Davis. What I'm saying is, why is Shakur why are people yelling for Shakur, calling for Shakur to call out Gervonta Davis as if that does anything, nigga? When he was at 130, Tevin Farmer called him out. Did the fight happen? Yes or no? No, it did not. Gary Russell called him out. What happened? No. Multiple people at 135 had called out Gervonta Davis. Devin Haney called him out. Did the fight happen? No. I heard Subriel Matias at 140 call out Gervonta Davis. Did the fight happen? No. Calling him out is not going to guarantee anything. You feel what I'm saying? And I've seen multiple videos. I've seen multiple interviews where Shakur Stevenson has called out Gervonta Davis. Floyd posted it on his fucking page where Shakur Stevenson called out Tank. And what happened? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. What does that guarantee? That don't guarantee shit. Calling out Gervonta Davis does not guarantee a fight. This man, Shakur Stevenson, obviously wants to fight because according to reports, he's only doing a one-fight deal with Matchroom because he wants to be a free agent when he's in position to fight Gervonta Davis. Why? So no, they cannot use a promoter excuse for why the fight with Gervonta Davis does not happen. Shakur wants this fight. I'm sure Gervonta Davis wants to fight, but he's not calling for the fight to happen right now. And that's just the reality. Why the fuck is Shakur Stevenson getting criticism for shit that Gervonta Davis should be criticized for? Gervonta is the A side, nigga. Duh. Oh, Shakur has to make this fight happen. How the fuck can he do that when he can't send the offer? Leonard Ellaby told y'all. We do whatever we want to do. We're the ones who send the offers. We the A side. Can't nobody make us do what we don't want to do. So who has to send the offer? Shakur or Tank? A side's the ones that send the offer. I never seen Floyd get handed an offer and then he accepted it. As far as I'm concerned, when the Pacquiao and Floyd fight happened, Floyd reached out and offered Pacquiao something. Even when they was coming up, Floyd offered Pacquiao $40 million. Pacquiao said, no, 50-50 or no fight, and hung up the phone. A sides make the offers. Why are y'all criticizing Shakur for not sending Tank an offer? He can't do that. He's not the A side. I don't be understanding y'all. Why you hating on Gervonta? Nigga, stop it. Stop it. Ain't nobody fucking hating on Gervonta Davis. I told y'all multiple times, I fuck with Tank, but I'm not one of y'all niggas who yes man and condone nut shit, bro. I never been the one to condone nut shit. If I see somebody moving wrong, whether they a brother, whether they a op, whatever the fuck it is, I speak on it. I'm not like y'all, bro. Y'all the type to enable motherfuckers and continue to let them do dumb shit. I've never been one of them. Never been one of them. You feel me? I want to see this fight happen. It seems like a lot of y'all don't want to see the fight happen because y'all don't want to see y'all fighter get in a position to lose. That's what I think. I think a lot of y'all niggas is scared. Y'all not really fans of the sport. Y'all fans of the individual. So it will hurt y'all heart to see y'all fighter in a position where he may possibly lose, come up short, get out boxed, get embarrassed because y'all got to come back to the internet and try to defend this shit. And y'all don't want to go through none of that. Just keep it a buck. That's y'all problem. That's y'all problem. That's what y'all don't want to go through. Y'all putting obstacles in front of Shakur Stevenson. Why the fuck y'all ain't had no obstacles with Frank Martin? Why y'all want? And I'm not saying that that's everybody. There's some Gervonta Davis fans that really feel like he wants to spark Shakur and want to see the fight happen. If that's you, salute to you. Salute to you because you want to see the same shit that I want to see. But one thing I'm not going to do is be a biased motherfucker and act like everything fall on Shakur when it don't. Why don't he send Tank an offer? Why he needs to make this fight happen? The only one that can make this fight happen is Gervonta Davis because he needs to make the initial move due to being the A side. That's how that shit work in boxing. That's how it's always been. That's how it's always been. So if y'all gonna criticize somebody for something or the fight not being made, criticize Gervonta Davis for not making the first move and sending Shakur Stevenson an offer. Was the offer ever sent to Shakur Stevenson? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Coach Calvin told y'all that black fighters, when they fight together, they don't make no fucking money. So because of that, they're going to go fight another Mexican fighter because Floyd did it his whole career, so Tank trying to follow that same blueprint. Oh, the money is made when a black and a Mexican fight each other. Black on black fights don't sell anything. And y'all still come out y'all way to defend that shit. Nigga, Tyree, ain't nobody bro, I brought up Haney one time. The conversation ain't about Haney. Stop deflecting. We talking about Shakur Stevenson. We talking about Gervonta Davis. I brought up Devin Haney as a key example of somebody calling out Tank and the fight still not happening. Because they was like, oh, Shakur needs to call out Tank. Oh, why is he calling out Tank? He did it multiple times. How many times y'all want to echo the same shit? How many times y'all want him to say the same shit? Coach Calvin told you, and listen, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm going to go to Baltimore soon, and we're going to lock in an interview with Coach Calvin. Coach Calvin told you, why would we fight Shakur if we can't do what we do? Listen, man, ain't nobody getting emotional, bro. We having a conversation and my voice elevated and you feeling intimidated by it. My apologies. There's a little bit of passion in this shit. You feel what I mean? But I'm not talking to you disrespectful. You know what I mean? So we cool. We just talking. Niggas' voices get elevated. It is what it is. That's just being passionate about the sport and what's going on right now. You feel me? I'm taking that Baltimore trip. I'm going over there soon. You know what I'm saying? And me and Coach Calvin gonna have a serious conversation. And that's just what it is. You feel me? I'm not like y'all. I'm not like y'all dudes, man. Y'all come on here and y'all justify everything this boy do, bro. And I know in y'all heart, in y'all fucking mind, y'all know that Gervonta Davis ain't right all the time. Was he in the wrong for that Loma shit? No, he wasn't in the wrong. Loma was pussy for that. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Loma ducked him. Yes. What the fuck? Tank was trying to lock in something with him. He act like he ain't want no smoke. He backed off the block. He said he ain't fighting until 2025. I criticize Loma for that. When Tank is right, I'll make it be known that Tank is right. But when wrong is wrong, I'm going to talk about when Tank wrong. And I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about it. And I done lost some friendships with niggas behind that. But what I realized is that them friendships wasn't real because if you really my nigga how you claim you is, you going to rock with me whether we agree or disagree. I got plenty of homies on the YouTube channel in the group chat where we had disagreements all the time. We had a disagreement in the group chat earlier. They still my niggas. You feel me? So this is what it is, man. Stop. Yo, criticism with Shakur could be fair at times. You know what I mean? I done criticized him multiple times before. You feel what I mean? But is it always warranted? Is he going to be the scapegoat for every little fucking problem you got with boxing or his situation with Tank? He shouldn't be. When right is right, right is right and wrong is wrong. You feel me? So if Tank right, call it out. Tank right. But if Tank wrong, make it be known that y'all feel like Tank wrong. You can still rock with somebody and disagree with them. I hope y'all know that. You feel me? So that's just what it is, man. Like y'all dudes, y'all so easily manipulated. And this is why we don't get these big fights happening because all a fighter got to do is say a couple words and they be like, yo, man, they don't even think for themselves. They be like, yeah, man, he right, man. What Shakur ever do, man? What Shakur need to do a good performance before he fight Tank. Frank Martin had the iffiest performance in his career with Harvard because let's keep it real. He smoked Michelle Rivera. Everybody else, he done stomped before that. He fought Harvard He felt the heat a little bit. I thought he won the fight, but it was iffy. That John, there's some people that thought Harvard won. Or without the knockdown, that could have easily been Harvatunyon's fight or even been a draw. I never heard nobody say, yo, Frank Martin gotta look brilliant before he fight Tank. I never heard that. But for some reason, y'all putting that obstacle out there for Shakur. And did Shakur have the most sensational performances? No. But neither one of those fights y'all criticized for Shakur was close. The Edwin De Los Santos fight was not close. Artem Harvatunyan, he beat him way cleaner than Frank Martin did. Way cleaner. But Frank Martin gets the opportunity without facing any obstacles. But Shakur gets an obstacle. Why? I think it's because y'all niggas see Shakur as a bigger threat than Frank Martin. I think y'all see something in him stylistically that may give Tank problems. There's something about Shakur that bothers y'all. So y'all keep throwing obstacles to try to delay the shit. That's what I think. That's what I think. But shout out to all the Gervonta Davis fans that actually want to see Tank fight Shakur and are calling for Shakur to fight Tank. You feel me? Shout out to y'all who actually willing to put y'all money where y'all mouth is, because a lot of y'all turkey, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, y'all scared money. And scared money don't make no money. You feel me? That's all I really gotta say about that subject right there. You feel what I mean? But, you know, Shakur Stevenson, I'm not really is there way better opponents for Shakur Stevenson at lightweight? Yeah, I think the Mordecai fight would have been a suitable John. What was the other fight they was calling for? Cepeda. But at the end of the day, Cepeda backed off the block. Shakur told y'all, yo, he don't want to fight me until later on. You know, Golden Boy and them, they've been real hesitant about making that fight happen. You feel what I'm saying? They let you know that they was not interested in Cepeda fighting Shakur at this time. You feel what I mean? They want to build him up a little bit more before they cash him out. I understand. I know how this business shit work. You feel me? I already know how this shit goes. So I already knew that fight wasn't going to happen, even though Turkey was calling for it. You know what I mean? I already knew De La Hoya was, you know what I mean? He was just like in the moment, like, yeah, let's see these fights happen. But behind the scenes, he was like, yeah, let's pull back on this Cepeda not ready yet. You feel me? So I already knew that fight wasn't going to happen. Raymond Mordecai is with Top Rank, and Bob Arum has made it clear that if Shakur Stevenson does not re-sign with Top Rank, it's going to be hard for him to get fights against Top Rank fighters, Top Rank champions. He said that if he were to re-sign, Bob Arum said this, if he were to re-sign with Top Rank, he could try his best to get the Loma fight, but then he made it clear that Loma was not really too invested in the Shakur Stevenson fight, and he said that he could give him Baranchek, but if he doesn't re-sign with Top Rank, then he would rather give that opportunity to Keyshawn, because Keyshawn is still a Top Rank fighter. This is something that you could look up right now and see for yourself. I am not making this up. This is legitimate facts. This is factual. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, he was pump faking. Who was pump faking, Blue? Who was pump faking? Who's pump faking? But anyways, Pagad Petit says, I already told you this fight. Told you this is going to be Tank's easiest fight, in my humble opinion. As long as you want to see the fight and you calling for this fight to happen and you're not making, any excuses for Tank, I rock with your opinion. Niggas talking about pump faking. A lot of the people that I'm seeing pump fake, oh yeah, Oscar was definitely pump faking, Blue. That's facts. But somebody else who's also doing a whole lot of pump faking is Gervonta Davis fans, man. These fanboys. These dudes that are more of a fan of Gervonta Davis than the sport of boxing. I'm going to keep it real. Gervonta Davis was to retire today. A lot of these dudes that we see rocking for Tank, they will not be invested in boxing right now. They are strictly invested in the individual, which I think is pretty weird. You know what I'm saying? Because typically fans that I know, they put the sport first before the fighter. But it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. I think they invested for different reasons. I don't think they really in it for boxing like how they claim they is. You feel me? Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. My fault, yo. He said it's the braids. What you talking about, Coffee? Shout out to the boy Slime. We about to get into this conversation right now, but let me see. I'm getting a lot of notifications right now. I posted a comment on Dr. Umar's page that went viral a little bit, so my phone blowing up. I gotta make my, my routine FaceTime call. You feel me? But yeah. They invested in boy braids. You talking about Gervonta Davis braids? Blue Hustle Man. What up, brother? But yeah, man. Like what happened?
Hi.
Hey, how are you? I sent you your messages, by the way. The rare receipts wasn't on because I was texting you from the laptop. I was on live. I was on my homie live on my phone, so I couldn't text you. But yeah, Shakur Stevenson, Joe Cordina. It seems like that's the fight that's going to be happening. I understand the criticism, but at the same time, I do think that some of those top rank opportunities are blocked at this very moment. If he's doing a fight under Eddie Hearn, it would make sense that he'll be fighting somebody that's associated with Eddie Hearn at this point. I like the fact that he's doing just a one fight John with Eddie Hearn because that'll allow him to be a free agent. He won't be tied to any promoters. There won't be any roadblocks and a potential fight with Gervonta Davis if it were to happen later down the line. I rock with that. You know what I mean? He said, "Can we bet Shakur KO?" What you mean? I ain't betting nobody. I think I'm not particularly rooting for anybody, but I do think Gervonta Davis could very well beat Shakur Stevenson. So why would I bet against him? Shakur taking butt advice. I think it's solid advice, man. Yo, listen, man, and I say this all the time. When you are coming up, right, and you need that backing, you need that money put behind you, you need people to invest in you so you can show these people how great you are. You know what I'm saying? A promoter is something really good to have. When you don't have those relationship with these networks, when you're not a big enough star to, do things on your own or, sell tickets, it's good to have a promoter. But when you're on the level of a Shakur Stevenson who, he may not be a pay-per-view star, a pay-per-view draw, whatever you want to call him, but he's one of the most popular fighters in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And once they start linking you to some of the biggest fights to be made in the sport of boxing, do you necessarily need a promoter? A promoter is supposed to promote you, get your name out there, put you in there in the biggest fights. But when you are ultimately one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing and you headline in your hometown and shit like that, you could pretty much do that just having a relationship with a network. I'm sure that once you become a multi-division world champion like Shakur and, you as relevant as Shakur, you could just get a solid network deal with somebody like Floyd Mayweather did with Showtime and, stuff like that. And you don't necessarily need a promoter, man. You really don't. You know what I'm saying? Look at what Canelo doing. He goes wherever the hell he wants to go. You know why? Because he don't need a promoter. He's big enough to the point where he probably just keep a good lawyer with him, a good manager, and just go about his way. You know what I'm saying? He do a deal here with the Zone. He do a deal here with PBC. He could go wherever he want and make a fight happen. I seen Mikey Garcia do it. I seen Mikey Garcia, once he freed himself out of that top rank deal, he was over at the Zone, making money over here, working with Eddie Hearn. Then he came over to PBC. He fought Robert Easter. He fought Adrian Broner. He fought Earl Spence. Then he will go back to the Zone and fight Jesse Vargas. And then he'll fight, bro, like they showed you guys. And Mikey Garcia wasn't this big pay-per-view draw. He wasn't selling out, but he was popular enough and he was a relevant enough name in the sport of boxing where he didn't need a promoter. A lot of promoters want to give you the impression that they're needed throughout the entire course of a fighter's career. That's not true. They just want you to believe that because they want fighters to believe that because as long as they have those type of fighters in that type of mentality, they'll keep making money, keep milking these motherfuckers. You feel what I mean? But the reality is these fighters are getting smarter. Oscar De La Hoya told you in a recent interview that these fighters are not fighters anymore. They're more like businessmen first. So they're going to continue. They see it working for other people. They're going to follow in them same footsteps. You feel what I mean? So it's going to get to the point where a lot of fighters are going to realize, do I really need a promoter? Do I really need this promoter taking this much off of the top of my check when I could easily just do this on my own, be my own promoter, and just go about it from here? I heard Shakur Stevenson got his own promotional company now. I see Jerron Ennis, he got Boots Promotions. These guys are getting business savvy, and they're realizing that once they get to a certain point, they don't need a promoter. They just need somebody that understands law so they don't get fucked at any type of, network deals or, any type of, weird worded contracts and shit like that. You feel what I mean? They're big enough where they could just cut the middleman out of the situation, which is really the promoters. You feel what I'm saying? The promoters just be middleman in a lot of shit. Cut the middleman out, talk directly to the source, which is the networks, or like Jake Paul doing it. Jake Paul came into the game with bread. You feel what I mean? But he's the one that's actually, doing direct business, sitting at the table with the Zone, sitting at the table with Netflix to get that Mike Tyson fight happening. You feel what I mean? So I like that Shakur is listening to Bud from a business aspect. You know what I mean? That's how they got to do shit, man. They shouldn't be locking themselves down to no promotional companies. They should be free as to where they could do business anywhere they want. Anywhere they want to make these big fights happen. You know what I mean? Oh, you saying I'm on the other side of the street? No, I'm not. You know what I mean? I could go wherever I please and get something going. I don't got no ties with anybody. I can move however I want to move. You got to respect that. Yeah. These dudes real business savvy. Instead of signing promotional deals, they doing partnerships. You got to respect that, man. They maximizing they potential in this boxing shit. Anonymous said, I just wish Cordina was coming off of a win because he's a former world champion 130, but they aren't going to give Shakur any credit for this one, even as a stay busy fight. You already know how that's going to go. You feel what I mean? And Shakur Stevenson is doing his best to try to big up Joe Cordina like, oh, he was weight drained in his last fight and he came into the fight weak. He's actually a good fighter, blah, blah, blah. He's trying his best, but, at the reality of the shit is people want to check Joe Cordina box record. They'll be like, oh, shit, he lost his last fight. He got stopped in his last fight, and that was at 130. He about to move up to 35 and fight Shakur. Why Shakur fighting him when he can fight all these other dudes? Dudes who actually undefeated, coming off of wins, blah, blah, blah. You feel what I mean? So, they're not going to really give him any credit. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. That's just going to come with the game. I don't know, man. I'm not really satisfied with the fight either, but if it's going to be a stay busy fight or what have you, this the thing too. It's not. Listen, man. He tries to pay. It's not like this dude is just sitting out here and just taking whatever come to his table type shit. Just blatantly just. I don't want that fight, bro. He's looking for these big fights. But Gervonta Davis, not his team, ain't send no offers. Cepeda, Golden Boy, like Blue said, that them boys pump faking. They was acting like they was interested because Turkey wanted to fight, but they backed off the block. Top rank Bob Arum, he not trying to give Shakur Stevenson no top rank opponents that he could cash out on or come up off of. He gonna blackball him until and trying to put him in a situation where Shakur re-signs with him. But it cuts out, when you really think about it, it cuts out a lot of potential opponents. People talking about Mordecai, he's a top ranked fighter. A lot of people talking about Mordecai got exposed and outboxed by Tevin Farmer. A lot of people feel like Tevin Farmer beat him. Shakur Stevenson is a lot better boxer than Tevin Farmer, in my opinion, all around the board. Who's to say that Mordecai would have a chance against Shakur? I think Top Rank sees that. They don't want to put Mordecai in that situation where he lose and Shakur Stevenson leaves Top Rank with a W over one of their fighters. And then they stuck with the mess and got to rebuild Mordecai all over again. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It cuts out a lot of potential opponents. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I hope that Shakur Stevenson comes out successful against Joe Cordina if that's the fight that's made. And, fingers crossed we could get that Gervonta Davis fight. You feel what I mean? So, I don't know, bro. We've been saying this shit over and over again. We've been demanding these type of fights for such a long time, but I don't understand why Shakur Stevenson is getting the majority of the blame for why this fight with Tank's not happening, when Tank is the one who ultimately is the deciding factor in this fight happening. Chris Capelot said it's going to happen, bro. We've been saying that shit for years. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. How long are we going to wait? How long are we going to wait? It's not even called impatient at this point. It's like, I don't know, bro. It's extremely frustrating. That's all I'm going to really say. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand if both of these guys are available and they don't have no, signed fights. This nigga, bro. See, this is why we don't get what we want right away. This is why boxing fans don't get treated like This is why boxing fans get treated like shit and just get told to wait. That's why promoters be like, oh, if you don't like the fight, don't watch it. Oh, we gonna do whatever we want to do, man. The fans can't tell us what to do, blah, blah, blah. Because we got people like this motherfucker right here who justifies everything that these fighters do. He got a 6 to 7 fight deal. He got a 6 to 7 fight deal. So you assuming because he got a 6 to 7 fight deal that Shakur Stevenson gonna be on it? Okay. You the type that like to wait for shit. I don't. I'm from Philly. What do they even matter? I'm telling you, I'm going to Gervonta Davis's gym very soon, and we're gonna have a conversation with Coach Calvin. That's a fact. You feel me? That's where I'm from. I'm from North Philly. North. That shit completely irrelevant about what we talking about. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not patient. He needs to fight him now. Yeah. I would ask Tank those questions. Nigga, what you think? I'm scared of Tank? The fuck? Nigga, Tank ain't gonna do shit if I ask him this question. What the fuck he gonna do? The fuck? It ain't even that serious. I'm gonna ask, yeah, I would ask him that question. And I would ask Coach Calvin that shit. I would ask Coach Kenny that shit, nigga. Ain't nobody got picks around here. You got me fucked up, nigga. Fuck wrong with him? Call Tank. I don't got Tank number. Why would I call him? I bet you won't ask Tank that. Niggas who talk like that be the scary ones. Because they think there's going to be consequences for asking people these type of questions. Oh, you better not ask Tank that, man. You ask Tank that, man, Tank might get mad. He might get big mad. Nigga, ain't nobody scared of Tank, bro. These boxing questions. Ain't nothing personal going to come up out of these questions. The fuck? Dead ass. Like, I could tell you got fear in your heart. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you got fear in your heart, man. Man, I ain't gonna ask Tank that, man. Tank get mad, you gonna knock me upside my head, man. Y'all the type niggas who get smacked behind y'all fucking head, and then y'all niggas just y'all speed walk and rub y'all head until that pain go away. Y'all one of them type niggas. Yeah, all right. He might get big mad. Yeah. That's the type. That's how scary these niggas be. Niggas go, man, why you asking that shit? I'm like, yo, man, I'm sorry, man. Scary ass niggas, man. Yo, on my son, right hand of God, I will ask Tank them questions. All my life, I will ask Tank them questions. And ain't shit gonna happen behind it. Because you know why? Because it's not personal. I'm not even talking tough. It's like, bro, if I was sitting right in front of Tank, if Tank was direct, like if Tank is this screen right here, I would be like, so what's holding up, both of you guys available right now? What's holding up the possible fight between you and Shakur Stevenson? I would ask him that. And if he answer it, if I feel like he going around the question, I'm like, come on, Tank. Like, just give us the real, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with you? What's your plans, man? Like, let us know what's going on. A lot of boxing fans curious. Like, I would put the pressure on him like that, but not like on no tough shit where it's like, nigga, answer the question, little ass nigga. But niggas not on that. This shit not personal. It's really not personal. Like, it's really not that serious. Like, Tank gonna hit you with that left uppercut. You asked him the wrong question. Mark, he gonna knock you out, Mark. Yo, Mazuma, he gonna knock you out, man. You ask him the wrong question, he gonna knock you out, man. Don't even ask him that. You gonna get little Tank all mad. He gonna turn red, and I don't think you want to deal with that. Like, come on, man. It's not that serious. It's either he gonna answer the question or he not. Either way, I'm keeping shit in motion. Hey, man. And look, we got people on here saying he literally just knocking anything out, getting paid right now. All right, I have a problem with that. Because if you're going to be getting my money, it got to be for knocking out somebody of quality or beating up somebody of quality. I don't want to see you keep beating on Hector Luis Garcias and Barrioses and all these Mexicans that have similar styles. They're just Hispanic fighters, that has similar styles that stand in front of Gervonta Davis. Bro, I want to see somebody actually give him some difficult things to go through. You feel what I'm saying? Like somebody who actually got good feet, who's intelligent, who has ring IQ that could possibly match him wit for wit, because Gervonta Davis not only knocking these dudes out, he's showing to be much more intelligent than them. Put him in there with an intelligent fighter. Shakur Stevenson is an intelligent fighter. Do I believe Shakur will beat him? I think he has a chance, but I do favor Gervonta Davis. But I just want to see him in there with somebody else elite that is able to think on the same level as him. I want to see him in there with an intelligent fighter that could give him a different obstacle that he's never seen before. Why is that so hard to ask for? Because y'all scary. Because y'all scary. That's what it is. Y'all scared. Y'all scared. And shout out to, like I said, shout out to the ones that's not scared. I didn't even want to talk about Gervonta for real. But I just had to address that because, I be paying attention. Whenever I got some time, I hit the Twitter timeline and I be checking what be going on. And I be hearing what the people be saying and, their opinions. And, I respect people's opinions, but I see a lot of loopholes in they ways of thinking. You know what I'm saying? So I come on here and I speak about it with y'all. And, we have some people that get a little frustrated when you bring up Gervonta's name and any type of negative light. And it's not even necessarily negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, criticism can be perceived as negative, but it's with good intention. You feel what I'm saying? It has good intention behind it because I want to see Tank do well. I want to see Tank get this money. I want to see Tank retire and not come back to the sport because he's needing of money. I want him and his family to be set for the rest of his life. But at the same time, we can't be sitting around calling this motherfucker the best when he ain't fight the best motherfuckers. You feel me? If you want to, and I was speaking about this with one of my homies that, I just started getting cool with this weekend. And I was like, yo, and they was like, yeah, man, but Tank don't really got to do this and do that. And I'm like, yo, listen, man, if he don't want to fight certain motherfuckers, that's his prerogative, right? He could call himself a superstar. He could call himself the face of boxing. Arguably, he could call himself the face of boxing. He could say all these things. He could run through all these accolades. He could say that he made this much money, but you can't. But it's one thing that Tank can't say. He can't say he the best. You can say you get money. You can say you a star. You can say you the most popular. You can say you sell out wherever you go. You can say all of that. All of that can be true. But you know what you can't say? That you the best. Because you know what that entails? Being the best entails beating the best competition in your division, and you have not done that yet. So until then, I cannot call you the best. I could feel like you the best. I could predict that you may be the best, but I don't know that for sure. Until you stamp it, I can't solidify it. Until I see you stamp that, I cannot be confident in that answer. And that's just what it is. Listen, man, obviously you're not taking the punches. I'm not speaking about being scared from that aspect. I'm talking about being scared in terms of seeing your boy lose. Because a lot of these dudes are emotionally invested in Gervonta Davis. They don't want to see him lose. And that's why they put all these obstacles in front of all of these guys that could be potential opponents for Tank that they perceive to be a threat. When Devin Haney was at 135, they were talking about how he was a weight bully and he's really a 147 and he walks around this heavy, but he's making the same weight as Gervonta Davis, and talking about how Gervonta Davis is really a 130-pound fighter. If he's really 135, and they said the same shit about Loma too. And they was trying to discredit Teofimo and all that. If he's legitimately a 130, then why the fuck is he not fighting at 130? He don't need to fight there. You feel me? So it's like he don't need to fight there. If you're not really a true lightweight, get the fuck out the lightweight division. But we don't see Tank getting the fuck out the lightweight division. I see him with a world title in the lightweight division, and I see him in there knocking out lightweight fighters. Frank Martin was a lightweight. I seen him put him on a highlight reel. We can't be making these excuses for this man. They did the same thing for Dev, and now they talking about Shakur needs a great performance before he fights Tank. Says who? Says who? Fuck out of here. So anyways, that was a good conversation, man. If anybody want to come through and add on to the conversation, man, we 50 minutes in and we got 35 people in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the link up if anybody want to come through and show love or just give their honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a little back and forth, we can have that too, as long as it's respectful. You know what I'm saying? And it's positive for the people to see. You know, I got no problem doing that. Baltimore Boxer. How convenient that name is. He said, talk about excuses, bet against him and get broke. Did I ever say I would bet against him, though? This is what I don't understand about these people, bro. It's like you can't say shit about him. You cannot say shit about him. It's like Tank, that little badass kid, right? Y'all be the main ones betting on Tank. First of all, I don't bet, so I don't know who the fuck you talking to, or you just automatically assuming that niggas be betting and shit. Niggas, I don't do that personally. So there is no y'all, and you need to tighten up while you in the chat. You need to start, bring your tone down a little bit, nigga. You better start talking in lowercase letters when you on here talking, bro. Niggas get smacked with the wrench on the regular around here, so niggas better come. Niggas better be on some chill shit. You feel me? Niggas talking a little bit spicy right now. I don't know how y'all niggas be talking. I don't know what y'all be doing in Baltimore and all that. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta chill out, cuz we don't be talking like that around here. You feel me? But talking about excuse. Okay. Can't none of y'all say I was wrong though. That's one thing you can't do. Can't you, anybody, all you niggas from Baltimore, can't none of y'all niggas say I'm wrong behind what I'm saying. Say I'm wrong. Did your boy, you talking about Baltimore boxing, so you know Coach Calvin. You know Coach Calvin, he the OG, he the legend over there. You feel me? So did Coach Calvin say that Tank's not really a 35, he's really a 130 pounder? Did he not say that? The Devin Haney, and this is another thing, Devin Haney and his pop sent the offer to Gervonta Davis to fight him. What they offered him, like $20 million? They laughed at that shit. Oh, we the A-side. We the ones who make offers around here. We don't never do what can't nobody tell us what to do. We do shit whenever we feel like doing it, blah, blah, blah. Disregarded it. Devin Haney was a WBA full status champion, right? Am I right or wrong? He definitely had the WBA because he was undisputed at lightweight. And I believe Gervonta Davis had the WBA regular. He defeated Rolly after who he beat for that. I think it was Rolly Romero. And, Devin Haney and his team was trying to apply pressure. So they went through the WBA to try to make Gervonta Davis mandatory. And then when Leonard Ellaby and Mayweather Promotions pressed them about it, all of a sudden the WBA, they turned pussy and they backed off the block. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, y'all can keep this belt. Y'all can keep this belt. Oh, y'all ain't gonna make us do whatever we don't want to do. Y'all can keep this belt. We don't need this belt. WBA was, we sorry, man. We don't want to lose these sanctioning fees. I'm sorry. You feel me? Yeah, all they gotta do is click the link, but you know they ain't gonna do that. They can't do it, man. They can't sit here and talk to me. They might get a little bit emotional, start getting disrespectful, and then you get smacked with the wrench. You feel what I mean? They can't talk to me from a logical aspect. You know what I mean? Because they know that they don't got the facts to back up what they saying. I just call it how I see it. When you speaking from an objective standpoint and you just going by the facts, it's going to be hard to beat that. You feel me? It is what it is. Shout out to my boy Jay Cash. He said the 13 commandments. He said, thou shalt not talk boxing without facts. Thou shalt not cap for promotional companies, networks, or promoters. And number 3, thou shalt not be a fanager or promoter of any fighter. They be going against all of that, bro. They be going against the grain for sure. WBA Mickey Mouse World Title. Octane tripping. Oscar De La Paz said, wrench putting in work tonight. I already know how that shit go, bro. Yeah, like you can't have these conversations with these type people. You feel me? It is what it is. Shout out to the 41 people that's in the building right now, man. Hit the like button as soon as y'all come out. Let me check the likes, man, because let me see something. The likes usually be on point. Let me see what's going on with this, man, because we ain't even get to touch on Floyd Scofield Sr. right now. We 55 minutes in. We got 32 likes, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get up to 40 likes. so we could talk about Floyd Scofield, man. Let's talk about Floyd Scofield and what was going on between him and Greg Hackett. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into that. Let's get into that. Hit the likes. Pro Up Dan said like, man. Yeah, facts. Let's get the likes up. We got 33 likes. Let's get them up. Let's keep pushing. Come on, man. We got a few people in here not hitting them likes, man. We got to get them up. Let's get the algorithm on the up. Stop Motion MMA said, Greg Cook, Floyd's dead. Yeah, we definitely going to get into it. 35 likes. Let's get them up. 44 people in the building. Anyways, you know, that's good enough. Yeah, I mean, I know everybody ain't going to give me the likes. We're like, that nigga ain't going to give my like. Fuck that nigga Mark, man. He think he the shit. Man, fuck Mark, man. Dirty ass nigga talk boxing. He think he knows something. that nigga Mark, man. Yeah, I already know how these niggas be hating, bro. But anyways, let's get into Floyd Scofield Sr., man. I ain't even about to really talk about the fighter because, you know, listen, man, Floyd Scofield, he a young prospect in boxing right now, making his way to being a legitimate contender at 135. And, you know, he has some potential. You know what I mean? And when Greg Hackett analyzed him as being like a lightweight Sean Porter, I understood that because, you know, he has some similarities to Sean Porter, even in terms of like physique and shit like that. He looks like a Sean Porter. You know what I mean? Same type of build, short, stocky type dude. You feel what I mean? And he shows a lot of grit, a lot of intensity in there. And, you know, he goes in there with the intention of hurting you. You know, a lot of bad intentions behind his shots. One thing I may say about Floyd Scofield, in all honesty, you know, he might have a little bit more pop than a Sean Porter. You feel what I'm saying? Because from what I understand, he has a pretty solid knockout ratio. Okay, 17-0 with 12 knockouts. So, you know, he's getting these knockouts. You know, I don't know exactly what Sean Porter's knockout record was, but at the same time, he did fight a lot of elite dudes that weren't really getting knocked out. So, you know, that probably hindered his KO percentage. But he's 31 wins, 17 knockouts. You know, Floyd Scofield got 17 wins and 12 knockouts. He's already on his way of surpassing Sean Porter in terms of, you know, total knockouts. But regardless, you know, they do share some similarities. I did think that was a good comparison on Greg Hackett's part. You feel what I mean? Now, in terms of them having an argument, I'm not necessarily surprised with it because, you know, I'm from Philly. You know, I've been aware of YSM Sports Media and Greg Hackett interviews for some years now. And I knew that Floyd Scofield had a few problems with some Philly guys. You know what I mean? Because Floyd Scofield had fought a Philly fighter by the name of Rasheem Jefferson. You feel what I mean? They fought each other a couple times. I think Rasheem beat him. And then I think Floyd Scofield had gotten disqualified in one of the fights, you know, during the Nationals. Yo, Jay Cash, what up? You muted right now, my brother.
What it do, brother? I just wanted to come up real quick, give him a little 2 cents off because I'm about to smoke this reefer and continue to listen to you. But nah, bro, like, what's up with niggas, man? Like, we be fans of the sport. We want to see the best fight the best because at the end of the day, when you a fan and you watch boxing, that's what it's all about. Like, all that other shit I just posted with the boxing 13 commandments, all that shit, bro, niggas should not be doing it. You should not be a fan monitor. You shouldn't be a fan mode, none of that shit because at the end of the day, you're not writing on these niggas checks. And you don't sleep with these niggas at night. No Diddy. And, like, to any of the niggas who coming over here and hate watching, there's plenty of channels for you to watch. It's plenty of channels for y'all who hate to watch because at the end of the day, we know you watching these other niggas because that's where y'all getting y'all tired out, dragged out, talking points from. Or else y'all wouldn't be coming in here and spewing that nonsense and thinking critically. That's all I got to say, bro.
That's all facts, my brother. I appreciate you sharing your opinion. But like I said, man, oh, he just dipped. Okay. Shout out to my boy Jay Cash. But no, I could tell that he had some problems with some Philly dudes before because, like I said, his son had lost to Rasheem Jefferson in the amateurs. You feel what I'm saying? Since then, you know, I seen that him and, you know, somebody by the name of Rasheem Jefferson, who's a well-renowned coach in Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying? He had a back and forth with Floyd Scofield dad, and he even threatened to fight him, beat him up himself. So, you know, Floyd Scofield dad, he be talking real gritty, man. And it's just like I said, man, this needs to be studied, bro. You know what I'm saying? This really needs to be studied in terms of, you know, parents that wasn't shit as fighters themselves that seem to live through their kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like they really they lived through their kids, man, because they wasn't ever shit. So when they see that their sons actually exceeded what they've ever done, they start to live through them because that was low key a fantasy of theirs that they wasn't able to achieve on their own. You feel what I'm saying? I do look at Floyd Scofield Sr. in that light, but regardless, he talks real greasy, he a real disrespectful dude, very emotional dude, and like he reminds me a lot of like a woman, bro. Like a real life woman, man. Like he don't even let people talk. He constantly over talking. It's like he a woman with like masculine energy. You feel what I'm saying? It's just real like a woman with real masculine energy. Like I don't need these. Like he be head bobbing. I seen him like bobbing his head, and he gets so emotional. He walking through the whole crib. He walked like if you watch him with that whole John with Greg Hackett, he literally taking a stroll around the whole house. He's just circling around the whole house because he can't stay still. Like he's a very, very emotional dude that is not in control of like himself. You feel what I mean? But just looking over the situation, you feel what I'm saying? He said that Greg Hackett been hating on Floyd Scofield since he was 2-0. And, I seen that, Greg Hackett was critical of Floyd Scofield, but I didn't see anything, in all honesty, that you can interpret as hating. I've been informed with what Greg Hackett have been saying in interviews for these past couple years. And, yeah, bro, like, Floyd Scofield isn't the most skilled individual. You know what I'm saying? I do think there's a lot of holes in his game, but he has a lot of potential. I've heard Greg Hackett speak good of him, but he's had some criticism as well. Why does Floyd Scofield Sr. feel like that his son is exempt from criticism? It's like and this is like the same emotional mentality that I see with a lot of these fighters. You feel what I'm saying? It's like nowadays, if you give somebody any type of negative criticism or criticism in general, you get called a hater. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not even going to let this man, and what kind of bothered me in all honesty, you feel what I mean? Because I come from I competed, what I mean? Not at a high level. I didn't get that far, unfortunately. But, for him to disrespect Greg Hackett just based off of his boxing record, you feel what I mean? Listen, man, and this is how I know that, Floyd Scofield ain't never been through it, because some of the most knowledgeable motherfuckers that have ever stepped in a boxing ring didn't have the best boxing careers. You feel what I'm saying? Look at some of the best boxing coaches. Like, we got the Robert Garcias, who was former world champions, and Joel Casamayor and stuff like that. We had some fighters with some iffy records and was even considered journeymans in certain aspects of their career, who turned out to be Hall of Fame great trainers, man. You feel what I'm saying? Freddie Roach. Let's look up Freddie Roach's boxing record as a fighter. You know what I mean? And Freddie Roach was a dog. I seen some of his fights, that they had on, like on TV and shit like that. Freddie Roach was 40-13. Still a winning record, but regardless, he didn't have the best record. Derek James, you know what I'm saying? One of the best boxing coaches in boxing right now. He was 21-7 and had gotten knocked out 4 times. Not only that, and a lot of people don't even know this for real, but Bomac was a fucking boxer as well. He had his own career, and he was 7-14. 7-14. He had double the losses that he had in comparison to wins, and he's arguably the best boxing coach in the world. He was a heavyweight, bro. You feel me? So to say that Greg Hackett don't have no room to speak, or he said that Greg Hackett ain't disciplined, he's not a winner, because Greg Hackett, I believe his record is like 3-24 or whatever. You feel what I mean? But what a lot of people don't know about Greg, and I'll speak on it because I know the game. I've been a part of the pros I've been I got a really good understanding of the pros that I really don't speak about, because on this channel I usually speak from the perspective of a fan. But Greg Hackett didn't have it the hard way. I mean, he didn't have it the easy way. He didn't come from no big, he didn't have the biggest amateur background. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't backed by a huge get money manager or a huge promoter. He literally had to come up the ranks how a lot of people did You know what I'm saying? And that was, taking on tough opponents and coming in on the B side. When you look at some of these dudes that Greg Hackett has fought, a lot of these dudes was monsters, bro. They didn't give him no cookies, bro. They didn't give him no soft fight. They threw him in the motherfucking dungeon, bro. And he done fought from his first, I'm looking right now, his first fight was at super middleweight. He done fought from 147 all the way up to heavyweight, bro. All the way up to heavyweight. Because he had to provide for him and his family, bro. Listen, I'm a father. I know how that shit get. It gets really expensive to take care of kids, bro. He had to do what he had to do to provide for his family. And this is another thing. And I don't know if a lot of people know this. Greg Hackett could fucking fight. And this ain't me glazing him or nothing like that. I'm being absolutely serious with you. Greg Hackett, you can look at his record and you could look at him and think he can't fight. That's how I know Floyd Scofield not really doing his Googles. He's not really doing his research on the man, because Greg Hackett is a solid fighter. You feel what I mean? He has skill. He just wasn't given the same opportunities that a lot of these dudes called. So when he called Floyd Scofield Jr. a house cat, I knew exactly what he was talking about. That's a term that's used pretty often in Philadelphia. I done heard that before in terms of, what house cats usually do. Like my cat says over here right now. They're given their food. They don't have to go out and hunt for it. You know what I'm saying? They're not, they don't really have the intelligence of like a cat that, that came up in them alleys and, find their food and trash cans down the street and shit like that. I understood what he meant. Like, everything is given to Floyd Scofield. You feel what I'm saying? Pagabati says 0 KOs is crazy, though. You got to understand that Greg Hackett is 5'6". And he was never at a weight class where he had the size advantage or was the same size as his opponents, bro. This man, like I said, he done fought as low as 147 all the way up to heavyweight. And a lot of his fights were at the cruiserweight division, and actually done got some wins at the cruiserweight division. So in all honesty, is he really going to be knocking out heavyweights? Is he really going to be knocking out cruiserweights, light heavyweights, super middleweights? Do you know how big these dudes be, bro? Do you know how big these dudes be? This nigga fought big-ass Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd, he was fighting at 154 and was as big as super middleweights and all types of shit. Like, he fought monsters, bro. He's not fighting no low tier like guys. Like, I remember, like, he fought a guy by the name of Morgan Fitch. Morgan Fitch was like the best super middleweight in Pennsylvania at one point in time. You feel what I'm saying? Alantez Fox, that's Mike Fox's brother that I had on the channel a couple days ago. And Alantez Fox, like the same size, like 6'4", 6'5". He about the same size as Mike Fox, who's 6'4". This dude, he done fought big dudes. I don't know how y'all this dude, and he's pretty much fighting, completely out of shape. Like, I don't understand how y'all expect him to just be, bro. They threw him in the dungeon off the rip, and he fought, and I respect that man. So I didn't really respect Floyd Scofield's perspective. Like, oh, what was your record? What was your record? And Greg had the same thoughts that I had. How many fights did you have? Because in all honesty, man, listen, Greg Hackett, you could look at him like, oh, his record ain't shit, so he must not be shit. Bro, Greg Hackett is the perfect person to be around because he could show you what not to do. It's all good when you ain't got no type of adversity in your life or you ain't got nothing going on in your career, but Greg Hackett done been through the ropes. You know what I mean? He knows what to engage in, and he knows what to avoid because he done went through these obstacles throughout the entire course of his career. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being known, you feel what I mean? He could give you some real solid advice because he done stepped in shit before. So he could show you how to avoid that completely. I would rather have that type of person in my corner who actually done been through the ropes in comparison to a motherfucker who just be talking, swinging his hair and playing behind his son. You feel me? So I respect Greg Hackett way more than a Floyd Scofield Sr. because Floyd Scofield, let's keep it a buck, man. He got a lot of estrogen in his system, man. A lot of baby mama energy, bitter baby mom energy. Like he's swinging his hair, he walking all throughout the house, he over talking people. It's like he's like an uncooperative woman. You feel what I'm saying? You've been hating since Lil Floyd was 2-0. He been hating since Floyd was 2-0. Like, this dude is a fucking goofy, bro. Like, I don't understand why Mill City and all them keep giving this dude platform. He talking about, oh, I wasn't a fighter because I shot somebody and I did 8 years because I shot somebody. Like, bro, you just showing, like, you just revealing that you real life pussy, bro. Like, you over here trying to get some type of cool points for that. That shit don't translate over here. And that shit don't, bro. We done grew up around it. You know what I mean? Like, if you from Philadelphia, like you really from these parts, bro, you know people that done really did some shit. Might have witnessed people do some shit. You not saying nothing, bro? You go walk down the block and trip over a fucking ratchet. You not saying nothing around here? That's why Greg was just laughing at him. And it was like, bro, this dude really embarrassing himself. And you know, he discredits all these dudes, like talking about how Keyshawn ain't fight nobody, and you know he beat an old wash. Bro, who did y'all beat? Who did y'all beat, bro? And this is another thing I wanted to speak about too, because they was like, oh, how could you like Floyd Scofield? How you don't like Floyd Scofield Sr., but you like Devin Haney? Because they didn't ask me that in particular, but I seen that. Bro, Bill Haney. Listen, a lot of people don't like him. They feel like he run his mouth too much. You know, he has some moments where I feel like he should have avoided that shit. But at the same time, Bill Haney is a much more likable character than Floyd Scofield Sr., in my opinion. I feel like Schofield Sr. is a lot more dramatic. I feel like he's a lot more disrespectful. You feel what I mean? I feel like Bill Haney know when and when not to turn it. He know when and when not to turn it on. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like he's a, you know, and this is the thing. Like Floyd Scofield hasn't proven shit yet as a boxer. You feel what I mean? He hasn't proven shit. He on the come up. You know what I mean? He not really walking it like he talking it right now, because he didn't fight anybody where it was like, all right, now you really gotta show us what you made of. He hasn't been in that particular situation yet. You feel what I'm saying? Devin been walking it. You feel what I'm saying? Like he really been doing his thing. Like Devin is proven, regardless of whether y'all like him or not. This dude he's a 2-division world champion. You feel what I mean? And whenever and I've heard people, you know, debate Bill, and Bill keep it respectful while he's debating this person. It seems like Floyd Scofield loses control of himself whenever you come to any type of disagreement with him. You feel what I mean? Because when you watch that interview or whatever, that back and forth that they had, Greg was chilling. He was like, yo, listen, man, like, you know, you beat this dude, and this person beat this dude, but the one you criticizing beat that same opponent 3 years before y'all did. So y'all trying to get the same credit, but you fought that fighter more of on like a decline. And he was like, no, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. He been hating on my son since he was 2-0. He been hating on my son since, and I'm like, oh, here it go. He just changed the whole thing. Whenever Greg started bringing up some valid points, he got real emotional and just went down a completely different road, because he couldn't talk to Greg from a logical perspective. Because if they would have talked about things logically, he would have got exposed, or he would have just got out talked. He would have got out debated. He would have got dog walked. You feel me? So he had to resort to a different avenue where they just engaged in ignorant shit. And Floyd Scofield Sr. is an ignorant motherfucker. You feel me? So he the type dude that you can't really have any type of healthy conversations with, because he's not capable of having that. He's a very emotional dude. You feel what I mean? And he gives off a lot of, you know, he has a lot of, you know, emotional female tendencies. Like he give me like no, I'm not gonna say that. That's a little bit insensitive. I ain't gonna say that. But what I'm gonna say is he gives off a lot of like bitter baby mom energy. That's just what I'm gonna say. You feel what I mean? He moving his head side to side. He talking shit to Greg, calling him out his name and flipping his hair back. He going like this and all types of shit. Listen, bro. You said you did 7 or 8 years in jail. I could tell. And I could tell you enjoyed your time while you was in there too. I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. I could tell you had the time of your life. That shit must have been the highlight of your life. Besides you living through your son, I guarantee you being in that jail cell with a whole bunch of musty convicts really did a good time for you. You feel what I mean? I could tell that you would. I could tell you had nicknames in there and shit like that. I want to know what little Schofield nickname was in that jail cell. You know what I'm saying? They might have called him Slip and Slide. They was calling Schofield Hurricane Harbor and that motherfucker. They was naming them all types of water parks in that motherfucker, man. You see what I'm saying? I could tell, you know what I mean? They used to have Floyd Scofield Sr. Holding niggas' pockets in that jail cell. You know what I'm saying? They had that nigga that nigga was top bunking it. You feel what I mean? They was calling him Dorney Park. You feel what I mean? The wave pool. They was calling him all types of shit in there. They had him with his ass. Listen, man. That nigga had the time of his life in that jail. That was the highlight of his life. You feel what I mean? I could tell he missed it. It's like he kind of like he want to do some crazy shit. Like he ready to crash out because he got, he missing them boys that have been in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he missed little. What's that dude name? He missed little Clyde and cell 8. You know what I'm saying? He missed little Clyde. You know what I mean? He think about Clyde every night. You feel what I mean? After he done doing his little workouts with his son and shit like that. And that's another thing. You talking about how you a better coach than Greg and all this shit, bro. Don't Ronnie Shields train Floyd Scofield? Don't y'all got him training with Ronnie Shields or something like that? Am I wrong? I swore Ronnie Shields was involved with Floyd Scofield. Hold on. I swear to God. Yeah, you with Ronnie Shields, nigga. Yeah. So stop. Yeah. I knew that. I knew, bro. I swore I seen Ronnie with Floyd before. So this what you doing? This is the type nigga you is, because you talk like you some big time trainer. You talking about how you better than Greg, which I know for a fact you not. I just know that for a fact. You ain't better than none of these Philly trainers over here for real. That's why Rasheem Jefferson was whooping Floyd Scofield ass in the amateurs, and that's why Floyd Scofield had to get down and dirty and get disqualified in the amateurs because he couldn't box with the man. You feel what I'm saying? And I remember watching that shit live too. Your boy got cooked, so I see why they was tackling each other and falling all over the ring and shit like that, because your boy can't fucking box. But regardless. You bragging on Ronnie Shields' work. They ain't your work, nigga. So fall the fuck back, bro. Shout out to Ronnie Shields, one of the best trainers in boxing. I met him out in Reading, PA before, man. That's a good dude right there. Real humble individual, you know what I'm saying? Who is actually a fighter himself, as far as I'm concerned. Hold on. Was Ronnie Shields a fighter? I think he was. Yeah. No, I ain't tripping. Yeah, he was 26-6. You feel me? Yeah. So shout out to that boy Ronnie Shields, man. Yeah, Floyd. Yeah. He a water boy. You know what I'm saying? He be holding Floyd towels and shit whenever he need to blow his nose or wipe his sweat. That's what Yeah. Ronnie Shields be like, you gonna take this fucking stool and you gonna put it in the ring as soon as the bell rings. As soon as the bell rings, you slide it in the fucking ring so your son could sit. You know what I'm saying? Get that ice out the fucking corner, Floyd. Yes, Ronnie. You one of them type niggas. Fuck out of here, nigga. You hold his t-shirt when he take it off in the ring, nigga. That's what you do, nigga. Anyways, I could tell you want to go back to that state penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You doing something strange for a Chi-Chi over there. I already know what type nigga you is, bro. You know what I mean? You walk around with that with the with that mini donut powder on your lips and shit. You know what I mean? Because that's how them niggas like it in there. You feel what I'm saying? That's the type nigga you is, man. You don't skip no shower days. You feel me? You be right in the middle with the shit. Whatever whatever shower head is in the middle, that's where you be at. You feel what I'm saying? You want niggas to look at you. You one of them type niggas, bro. You grew your dreads out like that for a reason. I bet you started growing them when you was in that motherfucker. I bet you came in there with short hair and then you left that bitch with some long dreads. And then that's the crazy thing too. Like you got some fucked up genetics going on, and I hope your son don't have it because he really don't look like you. In all honesty, like I don't know if he really look like you, bro. He probably look like his mom. I don't know. Floyd Scofield Jr. look like a little strong ass Dominican kid. I heard he Dominican too, so he don't really look like you all like that, man. But you got the long forehead with the dreads. It's like your whole setup ass backwards, my nigga. But you know what I'm gonna tell you is this, bro. You gotta cut out that tough shit. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta cut out the tough shit because you be talking shit to these niggas and you can't fight. Don't tell niggas you can't fight. Don't tell niggas they can't fight, and then when they be like, "Oh, but I beat you up though," then you start talking about all this scary shit. You feel what I'm saying? Don't call out and talk about niggas' fight abilities if you can't beat them. If you talking to them personally. Now, if you talking from a boxer fan perspective, where you like, man, I feel like dude can't really fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's different. But you on here blatantly telling niggas like they bums and they can't fight as if you could beat them. And you talking about it's on site. Nigga, you not going to do a motherfucking thing, bro. You really not. But regardless, I just wanted to talk about Floyd Scofield Sr. I don't got nothing against the son. You know, like I said, this needs to be studied, man. Like the parents that live through their kids, it's sad, bro. We see it all the time. And I've called out a few people on it. Ruben Guerrero with his son Robert Guerrero. I feel like Kenny Porter, you know, I think that he was a militant dad. He was a great father at that. And I'm sure Schofield Sr. a great dad as well. These guys are typically great dads with how well they support their kids and support their endeavors and shit like that. So I'm not shitting on them from a father, but in terms of them living through their kids, Kenny Porter was definitely one of them. He played behind this tough guy shit and always talking about how he tough and all. So he one of them. Angel Garcia, he one of them. He was talking about, if I was a fighter, I would have been world champion. Nigga, no, you wasn't. Nigga, you was hooked on fucking coke, you dumb ass nigga. Anyways, fucking, it's a whole bunch of them, bro. It's a whole bunch of these fathers that be living through their kids. You feel me? That shit really need to be studied. And the reality of the situation is, man, they live through their kids because, you know what I mean? They wanted to. Oh, T.O. Senior, I forgot about him. T.O. Senior, they all live through they kids. You feel me? So that's just what it is. Let me see who in here.
It's Blue Hustle, man, my
yo.
guy. What up with you, fam? Nice to see you again, my guy.
Likewise, my brother. How you doing?
Shit, I'm driving right now. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm driving right now. That's why it was dark and shit. Usually, you see a brother and shit like that. But
good?
oh man. Hey, but some real shit, man. You cooking like a motherfucker, boy. That barbecue, I can smell 2 miles away and shit, you dig? But man, on some real shit, that nigga had the spit foaming at the right side of his lip and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He had to wipe it off and shit. That's that female shit right there. You know what I mean? When you real aggressive, like how you gonna sit there and talk about I was locked up, that's why I couldn't be a boxer. Then ain't nobody trying to hear no motherfucking excuses, you dig? You know what I'm saying? Like I was just really like, wow, I was blown away on how he was trying to portray himself, you know, when it came down to Greg, you know, because I like Greg because when Greg had that problem with H Money, it was funny. Greg was like, man, I see that nigga got to see me, man. I'm gonna go ahead and start working out. That's when I started fucking with Greg. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that nigga's a real one.
H Money. I try to link up with H Money too. He just be talking though. He pussy.
Yeah. He don't ever show his face and shit like that. So I don't know if nigga, have you ever seen him before? That's not the topic I'm talking about.
I seen one like video where he showed his face a little bit, but not. I probably wouldn't even recognize him if I seen him. So
Yeah, and that's what it is. That's what it's all about. But yeah, anyways, back to the topic at hand, my guy. That man was really walking through the house. He had to go outside. He was yelling, trying to show
bro,
off
he
and
was in his
shit like that,
bag.
bro. He was,
That was real,
man.
like emotions, bro. I know people like that.
Yeah.
They angry, they can't stop moving.
Yeah, and the thing about it is he knew he couldn't do anything about it. That's why he started coming with that anger, wanting to fight. But you can't fight, bro. You ain't no boxer. That's why when he was asking him, like, what Nick, you ain't no boxer. What are you talking about? Like, you don't box. He's like, well, my dad did. What's that got to do with
You're
you?
not your
And your
dad,
son
nigga.
do. So the whole time you want to live through your goddamn son as a fighter? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some bullshit. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of times these father and son, you know what I'm saying, combinations, that's what they do a lot of times. They want to live through their son, you know, because they couldn't cut it, you know, or maybe they could have cut it. They just couldn't get so far in the game, but their son gets farther. Now they feel like they somebody, and that's why I was like, man, you doing too much, bro. Like, he was really super doing too much, man. It was blowing me away because Greg was calm and collective about the whole situation, you know.
Bro, Greg was talking like he was talking logically, like he was just keeping it a buck. And like he as soon as he made a valid point, he was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna keep it real. You've been hating on my son since he was 2-0."
Mm-hmm. The situation is this, brother. Like, you can't get mad at somebody criticizing you. You got to be able to roll with the punches, man. You got to take that. You are a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna like you. You're gonna have people that hate you, love you, and like you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So you got to accept all that. You can't be mad at people. You know, the fans is what take care of you. And you know, and you might be the type of person, you got to understand, there could be fans that just because the way he talked to Greg, could be a fan of like, I don't want to fuck with him no more because he wasn't being logical. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you can lose stock just because of that kind of shit, man. So if I was Floyd Jr., I would tell him straight up, like, hey man, Dad, you gotta calm down a little bit. I understand that you're looking out for me, trying to protect me, but just, you know, fall back a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, let's not be so aggressive. You know, let's just do this, get in where we can, and do what we do, and be humble about it. You know, no reason to sit there and toot your own horn when you have no reason to toot your horn yet, when you ain't proven yourself yet. That's what I'm trying to say. You know,
absolutely. So, that's all facts, you know, brother.
But shoot, man. Yeah, man. But when you usually when you gonna have an open panel, man, so I can get on there and chop it up with you for real? Do you do that? I forgot.
Yeah, that's what I planned on doing today. But a lot of people then I put the link out and ain't nobody really reach out. It was just you and Jay Cash. But what I'll usually do is I speak on a couple topics. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll open the platform up for everybody to come through if they want to talk and shit like that. So
well, man, I appreciate you doing that because a lot of content creators, they don't do that kind of shit. So you know what I'm saying? You know, and
on some real shit, bro. I don't really even be mad at them because a lot of people they be tripping on here, bro.
Yeah, like, they be trolling and bullshitting, man, making people lose views. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand why people do that too. So that's why I said I appreciate you. There's a couple of people that I fuck with, and I told you that last time. I fuck with you because I like how you handled yourself when it came to debating. Who was you debating? You was debating somebody. You was getting at him, bro.
It don't matter.
Getting at him for. Yeah, you was getting at him, bro. You was getting at him. I was like, get him.
It was easy work.
Yeah, you was getting at him, bro. I was like, get him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was good content, though. It was good content, though.
Yeah, I might, you know, whenever I feel, you know what I mean, whenever I feel like checking some, I might stop by there again, you know what I'm saying?
You know who I'm talking about, so.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, man, that was good shit, though. Oh, no, man, do you, man. Shit, it's nothing to it but to do it. You have a reason to do it, man.
Okay, knockout boxing 86, stop motion shit.
Yeah, that's what it was. You was doing what you do. Yeah, he didn't like that because you was standing on your ground, but you was coming with facts, and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, I've been in this shit way too long. I didn't experience. I've seen this shit from all angles, from every perspective possible, bro. You can't really get your emotions involved You know what I mean? When you talking boxing, you feel me? You gotta
Yeah,
speak about shit from the most logical, objective aspect possible. Because if not, yeah, I mean, you're gonna get yourself caught up in losing some debates. You know what I'm saying? And you
yeah,
gonna look dumb, bro. You're gonna look dumb. So
yeah.
I
Especially
think
when you got it, your opinion is just your opinion. You make it look like it's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for
So,
sure. Yeah, for sure. I
but
appreciate you,
shit,
bro.
yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and fall back, man. How long you gonna be on for a little bit longer?
I'm actually about to sign off in a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fall back there, man. I'll holler at you tomorrow if I get a chance, man.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you.
All right, you be easy, man.
All right, likewise.
Yep. Gone.
Shout out to Blue Hustle man, for the good words. But I'm gonna actually get up out of here, man. You know what I mean? I got a long night. I mean, a long morning. I got a long day tomorrow overall, man. I actually got on pretty early so I could get off pretty early. You feel what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody that contributed to the conversation in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody that's coming through and show love, man. We had some good viewership today. I'm very appreciative. I'm very thankful for that. And we definitely got the cooking. So shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob, man. If y'all can hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If y'all appreciate the boxing content, man, I'm going to have membership perks available on my YouTube channel soon. I also got MazumaMerch.com. You feel what I mean? And I actually got to change that @ name right there because I actually changed the @ name. That's going to be strictly that Coach Mazuma page is strictly going to be representing the Mazuma TV YouTube channel pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that as well, man. So until then, I'll holler at y'all. I'll be back at y'all with a video and a live tomorrow. You feel what I mean? Because we got some boxing to discuss and we got to continue to move in. We got to continue to move this boxing culture forward. So until then, this is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.